The time is 7:10 a.m. Good morning. The news headline: What I will do if ex-president Goodluck Jonathan joins APC, contests for president, Governor Wike. The news in full. Rivers State Governor Wike has said he will not support former President Goodluck Jonathan if he defects to the ruling All Progressive Congress APC to contest in the 2023 presidential election. Wike made this disclosure in an interview with BBC Pidgin on Thursday. This came after a former aviation minister and chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Femi Fani-Kayode, defected to the APC on Thursday. There have been reports that Jonathan may soon defect to the APC. Recall that the National Secretary, APC caretaker, and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, John Akpanodo-Deye, had stated that ex-president Jonathan would be given a founding member status if he joins the ruling party. Akpanodo-Deye also said the former president would be allowed to contest in 2023 on a fair ground. The APC official disclosed this while featuring as a guest on Channels Television Politics Today on Wednesday. Reacting on BBC when he was asked if he would support Jonathan to secure the presidency he lost in 2015, Wike said he will only support him if he contests as a member of the PDP, despite they both hail from the same south region of the country. When you said pick ticket, from which party? Is it APC or PDP? Wike queried. To pick ticket means you are representing the interest of a party. I am in PDP. I will not be involved in anti-party activities. If he is APC, I won't support him because I am not into that kind of politics. It is not about ethnicity for me, but about the party. If he joins APC, I can't support him, Wike added. A top source had told Sahara reporters that the president, Muhammadu Buhari, had started courting Jonathan since 2020 to bring him into the APC to run for the presidency and succeed Buhari. According to the source, the presidency cabal wants to make Jonathan the next president, as they know he won't investigate atrocities committed by Buhari's regime. And Jonathan, who is purportedly nursing a presidential ambition to complete 2 terms in office, an opportunity denied him by the APC in the 2015 presidential election, has agreed to play the game, especially considering the slim chances he has in the PDP with the wealth and connection of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Atiku was the PDP presidential candidate in 2019 election, and although Atiku has yet to declare interest in the race, he appears to be testing the waters as some groups showing support for his 2023 ambition have already emerged. The source further said Jonathan is also wary of the threat posed by the ambitions of the governors of Sokoto and Rivers State. Aminu Tambuwa and Nyesom Wike respectively said to be considering a joint ticket. However, Jonathan was said to have given certain conditions to Buhari's cabal which have yet to be fulfilled fully, hence the delay in joining the ruling party. About a year ago, Jonathan started consulting with APC to see how he could join the party. Jonathan realized that his chances in PDP were slim due to Atiku's influence and opposition posed by PDP leadership, including Wike, who is interested in a joint ticket with Tambuwa, the source had said, noting how the move by Buhari cabal is also killing another bird, which is the ambition of Tinubu to succeed Buhari in 2023. The source added, Buhari and his cabal had decided to discard Tinubu and started courting Jonathan. Jonathan assisted APC candidates in the state to win election, but the court squashed his victory before he could be sworn in. The source continued, Buhari cabal knew Jonathan could only do 1 term, in fact, only 2 years constitutionally. They also know Jonathan is a softie who won't go after members of the current regime. But Jonathan insisted on one condition, that monies and assets of his which were seized and frozen by Buhari government should be returned. including those belonging to his wife, Patience. He told them he had no money, and the cabal agreed that they would unfreeze his assets and bankroll him. He has insisted that they must demonstrate good faith before he would take the plunge, and they have started to resolve some of the issues raised by Jonathan. For instance, one of his cousin's $40 million was returned via 2 court rulings. Recall that in May 2019, an Abuja division of the Federal High Court discharged and acquitted Jonathan's cousin, Robert Azibaola, of $40 million laundering charges filed against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. And the news analysis is that Wike was actually interviewed by the BBC Pidgin, and the capture there was that he said he won't support the former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, if he should contest as the president. And he said that if he should the contesting as the president, the consideration is it has to be known which party he wants to use, as a platform to bid for that presidential role. He said if it was to be the PDP, then he would consider, supporting the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan. But if it was to be APC, that he wouldn't support him because he has nothing to do with that party, and that he would not even look at the fact that they are both from the south. And we know that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who used 2 years, and he has another opportunity to rebid after the first term, rather, for 4 years. He has the constitutional right to go again for another term of 4 years, but he was not able to get a re-election because Buhari actually won him during the election. And now they've been trying to woo him back to the APC, promising him that they would unfreeze some of his accounts, like they would bankroll him. Buhari regime actually froze some of his money, and in fact that of his wife, and there is an information saying that if he should agree to go to actually aspire again for the next presidential election at the platform of APC, that they were going to make everything soft for him. And there are claims that the APC are actually doing this because they are looking for somebody who would actually not investigate their fraudulent acts, like every of their shady deals within the Buhari-led administration. So they know that Jonathan is quite soft here, and he would not need to check and investigate on all those things. And we remember that sometime in 2019, the $40 million of one of Jonathan's cousins, known as Robert Azibaola, was actually discharged and acquitted in one Abuja division of the Federal High Court. And this was filed against him by the EFCC, but he actually won. Therefore, Jonathan has still not made any formal notification or has said anything about crossing over to the APC, but at